Yeah. Pull up a chair. Real stories only. No filters. No cap. Staxx in the building. Chattin' with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story. Every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chattin' with Staxx. Let the truth come out. No fake headlines. No manufactured clout. Just life on the table. Every lesson attached. You might leave change when you're chatting with Staxx. Seen no bikers. Seen ex-cons too. Seen folks rebuild when they thought they were through. Some came from violence. Some came from pain. Some lost everything and got it all back again. Microphone on, let the conversation breathe. Everybody got something hidden up they sleeve. Not preaching perfection, not selling the dream. Just showing what survival really means. The streets leave marks that the cameras can't see. Years of hard lessons become history. Some carry regret, some carry pride. Some still fighting demons they can never quite hide. With Staxx, where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story, every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. One guest says prison changes whole view. Another says sobriety pulled them through. One talks motorcycles, another talks faith. Everybody trying to find their place. No Hollywood script, no polished disguise. You can see the truth sitting right in their eyes. The road gets rough, everybody knows, but strength is measured by how far you grow. Some lost brothers, some buried friends. Some hit rock bottom and climb back again. That's why people listen when the stories get deep, because real recognizes real in every scene with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every star got a story, every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin' with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about this woman getting booted off her. It might be her boyfriend. I really don't know. But he boots her off the motorcycle in a parking lot, and it's caught on camera. I believe Sos the Ghost covered this one a few weeks back. I like to wait and not be right up on it when other people are covering things, you know what I'm saying? Wait a little while. Shout out to Sos the Ghost. And we're going to talk about cycle drag. He's been dealing with a lot of stuff over there in Sturgis. He got confronted again. And this woman, that's tomorrow's show, but this woman comes up and smacks him, smacks his phone, and he thinks it has something to do with the mayor. Something to do with something he said about the mayor up there in Sturgis, because he came out of the mayor's bar and she started acting all hostile. We're going to take a look at that video. There's other news up in Sturgis from Cycle Drag. A police officer from somewhere in the country, you know, they take police officers from all over the place and they bring them to Sturgis for them to work. Caught a DUI, so he's writing tickets, right? And then on his off time, he gets drunk and gets arrested for DUI. So good for him. I hope he experiences everything he puts other people through. I mean, it's not good to drink and drive, right? No one should drink and drive, but hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin' with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch the show. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin' with Staxx. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single dollar. I put it right back into the show so I can bring you the dopest content possible. I told you guys I'm doing in-person interviews and I just need funding to get around the country. Once I get that, I'll be hitting the road again and going to the next interview. The first interview is going to be dropping probably next week. And then I'll do probably one a week from there on. But they're in person. It's a better quality than just sitting here talking to you guys and getting you guys deep, full stories of people. And these are like not just normal people. These are pretty big names in the motorcycle community. Some of them aren't in clubs and all that, but they're still big names. Jay, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. She's probably a Fed. Jay said, "Oh, the girl? You never know, right?" Herman, how are you? Thank you for joining me. 1 2 1 2 mic check. Floyd, what's good, man? Thank you for joining me today. Probably got caught cheating. Possibility. Al Roseberry, what's going on? Shout out to Canada. We got Canada in the building. I'm going to be talking about Canada later on in the week. I got some major developments on some fronts that have to do with Canada. So stay tuned for that. So Loud's in the building. What's going on, man? Good afternoon. Much honor and respect from the Boondocks in North Carolina. I really appreciate you. Go to a bike rally and check some guys out. Oh, I will. I'm going to be at one soon. Insane Wheels is in the building. Shout out to Mike Ball. I appreciate you joining me today. Yes, I seen this video. I don't know what it's all about. No clue. We're going to get into the video in a little bit. Before that, we got some other things to talk about. Greenville County coroner identifies a man killed in a head-on motorcycle crash. This is out of South Carolina. Troopers with the South Carolina Highway Patrol are investigating a deadly crash. Officials said the crash happened around 12:42 p.m. alongside Highway 476 at Club Terrace Drive. Troopers reported a 2019 Honda minivan with 6 occupants was driving north on U.S. Highway 276. A 2024 Harley Davidson was traveling south and crossed the center of the roadway, striking the Honda head on. That's a terrible crash. The coroner identified the victim as Samuel Caleb Owens of Liberty, South Carolina. An autopsy had been scheduled for Monday. I mean, that's a terrible crash. The investigation is ongoing. Damn, what would cause you to go over the center line? I mean, I understand going around corners, sometimes you drift over the center line. I've noticed cars doing that shit lately. I'm going around the corner and they're fucking driving right at me. I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of my fucking lane, man. And then you have nowhere to go, right? But what do? You're in a minivan, right? Say you're in a minivan, you're going around a corner and you see a motorcycle in your lane traveling right at you. What do? I mean, there's really nothing you can do, right? I know everybody has heard about this case. Hayden, I'm probably butchering her last name, Panteri. She was 36 years old. She died of a suspected overdose. She was exposing Hollywood, if you guys don't know. This woman that she was on Nashville something. I forgot the name. But she was only 36 years old. And she was on Heroes. That's what it was. Hero star. Hayden Panettiere. She dies at 36. Overdose suspected. This is out of Los Angeles. Hayden Panettiere, star of popular television series Heroes in Nashville, has died at the age of 36. He announced the actor's death. She's an actress. I don't know why they call her an actor. In a statement provided to the news on Sunday, Profound sadness, we share this tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her. It's a terrible situation. I mean, people need to stay away from those substances. They are no good. I would never ever touch another substance in my life. You know that? I can honestly say that. So a Melrose man was killed in Stearns County motorcycle crash after Sturgis trip. So he goes all the way to Sturgis. He's on his way home, and boom, he gets killed in a crash. This is a sad situation. I mean, it's always sad when people pass away, right? But I mean, when people are killed unexpectedly, it's tragic. This is the guy that passed away. So he just went to Sturgis. It says a Melrose man has died after his motorcycle collided with a pickup truck Friday night in western Stearns County, according to Minnesota State Patrol. Initial report said Neil Blinker was riding a 2012 Harley-Davidson north on Highway 71 in Lake George Township just after 9:15 p.m. when a southbound 2017 Ford F-150 turned onto the highway from a private property, and the two collided. The 50-year-old was rushed to the hospital, with the State Patrol describing as life-threatening injuries. His family said he died on Saturday. The driver of the pickup truck was a 21-year-old man. He was not hurt. They said he was wearing a seatbelt. And the man on the motorcycle was not wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. I thought they had a helmet law out there, right? Especially if you're riding across the country, you would think that you would wear a helmet, right? I mean, wouldn't you wear a helmet if you knew you were going on like a long trip? I think even like if you are riding on the highway, probably wearing a helmet is probably a good idea, right? Stern County said the fire department and the ambulance were assisting in the scene, according to the obituary. Blinker was a 1994 graduate from Melrose High School and had worked at Land O'Lakes for 32 years. He was described as a gentle giant who loved fishing, riding, and his time with his family and friends. Notes that his ringtone was Leonard Skinner's Simple Man. Friends are posting in the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally group on Facebook, said Blinker had been in South Dakota for the rally in the days before his crash. She wrote that he was killed roughly 18 miles from home. She called him the nicest guy on the planet. That's a terrible situation, right? He goes all the way to Sturgis, experiences the rally, and then boom, everything changes. Whole life changes. Because people don't know how to fucking drive. Because of some guy in a fucking pickup truck had to pull in front of him, right? I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. Motorcycle crashes on the rise in Wyoming as thousands of riders take to the northern roads. A deadly trend is emerging on the Wyoming most historic roads this summer. The 86th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally wrapped up on Sunday in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And from what I hear, the end of the rally was pretty sad. A lot of people left before the last weekend. And that's a lot of money that they're not going to make for the year. And the Twin Outlaw Dingleberries did not show up to Sturgis this year. I guess they didn't grow the balls this year, huh? So this was the 86th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in the Black Hills. They say that motorcycle crashes and deaths have surged across northern Wyoming, including along the popular routes like US 212. near Beartooth Highway, Wyoming Highway 296, or Chief Joseph Scenic Highway, where troopers have already responded to roughly twice the yearly average in crashes. I mean, that's a lot. Just this week, a crash killed one person and left several others injured, and is one of the growing number of deadly incidents the troopers have responded to across the state in 2026. Wyoming Highway Patrol Specialist Aaron Brown said the agency recorded 4 motorcycle deaths in 5-day span from August 8th through the 13th. Brown said troopers have recorded about 7 motorcycle deaths throughout the middle of July. Since late July, he said the state has seen about 5 to 6 more motorcycle fatalities in a short period. It is simple that we're catching up much faster this year. It's definitely an increase, he said. Brown said the state has recorded about 90 motorcycle deaths since 2022. August is historically the deadliest month, and it's probably because of the rally, right? Accounting for 22 of those deaths of the 90. That's a lot of fucking people. 90 people died. It's insane. Big Tasty, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Cool Cat, how are you? Followed by July and June with 15 deaths each since 2022. Troopers have seen 8 fatalities in the corridor stretching from the highway 14, 16, 20 north Wyoming border. On Wednesday, a group of motorcyclists were traveling towards Yellowstone near Wapati on Highway 14, 16, 20 when a Ford pickup truck drifted across the center line and struck 2 motorcycles traveling in the opposite direction. 2 more motorcycle crashes. As a result, 1 person died, 2 are suffering serious injuries, and several others were taken to the hospital, according to Wyoming Highway Patrol. With that kind of collision, it is absolutely horrendous, Brown said. The crash occurred just miles from the 2016 incident in which the truck attempted to turn, struck a group of German tourists on motorcycles, killing 3 instantly. Brad Wagler, the owner of Mountain View Resort and Logging, which is located about 27 miles from the east gate of Yellowstone, about 27 miles from Cody, witnessed the aftermath of the 2016 crash firsthand when it unfolded right outside of his business. Unfortunately, it was a pretty bad scene, one of the worst scenes up here, said Wagler, retired firefighter. One of the things, it is kind of blind corner right here, he said. Damn. Let me see if I can show you guys what this truck looks like with the motorcycle. It's pretty bad. Check this shit out. I mean, that's the type of shit that happens when people try to bang a U-turn, right? Motorcycle memorial was installed just a year later outside of business of one of Wagler's home. The plaque on memorial reads 1997 and 2017, 360 fatalities. There's just a lot of bikes on this highway. It's always bad around Sturgis, Wagler said. Here, I'll show you the memorial. Brown said troopers have responded to an estimated 12 to 15 motorcycle crashes on a scenic highway this year, up from the average of 6 to 7 typically seen on the entire season. 1 motorcycle crash resulted in a death at the end of July, according to the news. Last time I checked with my troopers, they have already seen about 12 to 15. Weren't really through July yet, Brown said. We are seeing a lot of missed curves, people running off curves. That's got to be the inexperienced riders, right? That are missing curves, going around corners and they can't catch it. Like they don't lean in time or some shit. Listen, if you're not experienced enough to be riding out there, don't do it. Like, don't think you are that you can just go out there and handle it. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, don't go try to do it because you could end up like this, right? Brown said Wyoming position as travel corridor to Sturgis contributes to the volume of riders on the road. Wyoming is one of the places everyone goes to get somewhere else, especially Sturgis, Brown said. The danger is not limited to motorcyclists. Brown said drivers unintention has become significant factor across all crashes in Wyoming this year. People on the phone and shit like that. Brown said preliminary review in 2026 numbers suggest distracted driving was a factor. 40% of all vehicle crashes in July. Brown said 25% of all fatal crashes on Wyoming roads in 2026 have involved drivers' inattention, compared to typical annual rates of 5% to 6%. Inattention seems to be a very big factor this year, Brown said. And it is not just motorcycles that for all crashes. So be aware of your surroundings. If you're fucking driving, if you're riding in a car and you see bikes, give them room. Sometimes, but I got to admit, sometimes bikers, right? Like when I'm riding in a car, they'll fucking be right on your ass. I can't stand that shit. And then you see these guys that ride like assholes all over the highway and breezing in and out of traffic and fucking, it's just bad, right? It always ends bad. So I want to show you guys this video because it's pretty crazy. I can't believe this chick did this. Insane. The way people act nowadays is insane. We're just gonna breeze over this video and then we'll go back, right?
Me.
Yes.
All of me.
Yes.
The other day, my kid.
Yes.
Go ahead and record me.
Yes.
All of me.
Go ahead
and record the other day, my kid.
Yes, ma'am.
That I'm a mama bear
yes.
when it comes to my kid.
Yes.
He pulled up at a stop sign, had his girlfriend on with him, and you grabbed him on his shoulder when he's on a bike?
It's incorrect. That's false.
He doesn't ever grab people on their shoulder. He just says, how you doing? What's your name? Where you going? You guys having a good time? He doesn't grab them on their shoulder. I have never seen him grab a motorcycle rider on their shoulder in Sturgis or anywhere else. Have you guys ever seen that? Because this woman says that he grabbed his son on his shoulder, which is total bullshit. He doesn't grab riders on their shoulder. It just doesn't happen.
No, it is not.
Please provide me the video. I never touched him.
He's got it.
Never touched him.
The fuck.
Show me the video.
What I'm telling you, and nothing matters. You do that ever to one of mine, you're not going to live to see it.
She's threatening to unalive this dude. Like, you can't make this up. So she came from the mayor's bar, and I guess this guy Jack had some words about the mayor, right? He said something about the mayor. I don't know exactly what he said, but this is what happens, right? She came from the mayor's bar talking all this shit.
Well, ma'am,
and that is no threat, honey.
Ma'am, I did not touch a biker. I'm just here to cover the event. First off, who are you? Who am I speaking to?
Guess what? You did.
Who am I speaking?
Does the name Sean ring a bell?
I did not touch anybody.
I bet it does.
No, ma'am.
You know,
does Sean ring a bell? Huh, Jack? Does the name Sean ring a bell? Big Tasty, thanks for everything you do, Staxx. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's about $1.05 soaking wet. Who's he gonna bully? He's getting a bad rap, my opinion. I mean, I don't know why this lady's going fucking nuclear on him. Seems like no reason. I think it's possibly something he said about the mayor. I guess he said something. That's what he says in the video. We'll see what he says.
No, and fuck your video.
That's assault.
Damn, he assaults him on video. This chick assaults this dude on video. Hits his phone, smacks it right into him. Like, you can't make this shit up. And then to top it off, she did this in front of the police.
Honey.
Ma'am, I did not touch a biker. I'm just here to cover the event. First off, who are you? Who am I speaking to?
Guess what? You did.
Who am I speaking?
Does the name Sean ring a bell?
I did not touch anybody.
I bet it does.
No, ma'am.
You know, and fuck your video.
That's assault.
That's right.
What's your name? Okay.
Just remember.
Are you
Don't
related?
touch him.
I did not touch anybody. Wow. How about that, guys? An assault.
So it was all caught on video by this lady right here. You see, she has her phone out, right? So this whole thing, him getting assaulted by this woman, is caught on video by this lady. Crazy.
Bell.
I did not touch anybody.
I bet it does.
No, ma'am.
You know, and fuck your video.
That's assault.
That's right.
What's your name? Okay.
Just remember.
Are you
Don't
related?
touch him.
I did not touch anybody. Wow. How about that, guys? An assault. How you doing, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. Set up.
Watch this girl. Watch this girl. She doesn't stop recording. She's got the phone like right in his face. Watch this.
There was no unwanted touching by me. I can promise you that. This lady came out. She just jumped me, hit my hand, hit my camera. Yeah, technically it's assault. Guess what? I'm gonna let. Oh, and there's a police officer right there. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen!
Look at that. It may include females in 75% of videos he never touches. He gets out of line. No, I never seen him touch anybody in videos. He doesn't touch bikers. He just asks the girls questions at the bars. He doesn't. I mean, I'm not around him 24/7, right? I don't know exactly what goes on, but I've never seen him touch any biker on the shoulder, try to get someone's attention. He's always like, hey, where you guys going? What's your names? That's it. Like, I don't ever seen him touch a biker. And to top it off, the cops are sitting right there the whole time.
Holy moly! Holy moly! These guys, they just see that? Yeah. How about you?
No, this is for a vlog.
Thank you.
You
I have to talk to these. Yeah, I'm okay. There's no cause for acting like that.
No, there's not.
Look
There's
at
no
her.
cause for acting.
He's got the phone held up right to his face. You see this shit? This chick is crazy. That's crazy. You got the phone like right up in his face. For what reason? Maybe she's a fan, right? Maybe she's a huge fan. Who knows? Good thing about being a non-patch member is, right? Man, listen, what would you do if an old woman like that hit you like that? Would you defend yourself, push her down or something? I mean, sometimes a reaction when someone puts their hands on you is to react, right? I mean, it would have been justified if he pushed her. Like, if he seen that she was going to hit him and he, like, pushed her back. But then he would have been the bad guy. Either way, right?
There's no cause for acting like that. Oh, well. What's your name?
Jay Sky.
Nice to meet you, Jay Sky.
Nice to meet you.
Wow.
And what's your name?
My name is Jack, and she did it right in front of officers. Man. Thank you too. You guys be safe. That's out at the Oasis Bar. Does she work at the Oasis Bar?
I don't know.
That's our, I believe, the mayor owns this bar. Rod Bradley. That's what I've been told. I'll have to confirm it. Rod Bradley, Sturgis mayor, owns the Oasis Bar. Right now, we are on the sidewalk, not in private property, not impeding. But my, oh my. Whew. Things getting a little testy here at the last day. I honestly have no idea what she's talking about, too, that I don't touch anybody unwanted.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I do cover a lot of bikes, and that's what I've done here. But I asked her to.
What is Cycle Drag?
Cycle Drag is a social media outlet.
Okay.
We cover all things motorcycles, mainly racing, but we go to these rallies sometimes too. And
Right?
whoo, that was a little. Yeah, that's what she said. That was just right now. She said that I touched one of the bikers who she knows. And happened right in front of Sturgis Police. Happened right in front of Sturgis PD. Hey, buddy.
People recognize who he is.
How you doing?
That woman didn't know who he was. She even said, "What's your name?" Right? But she's got the phone all up in his face. That was creepy shit. Mike, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm curious if Sturgis PD saw that.
Yeah, they're coming to get him.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
They don't care.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, that was a strange one. That was a strange one. Anyhow, stay safe, my friends.
So that wasn't the only confrontation he had, right? There's another one. There was another confrontation. So this other biker comes rolling up and he has a confrontation with Jack. So let's take a look at that. I don't know who this dude is.
What up, man?
Why don't you go away, blockhead?
What's wrong?
You know the Department of Revenue.
Give me a pound, man. We had a good rally.
Do you know what the Department of Revenue is looking for you?
We had a good rally, right?
Why don't you go talk to the Department of Revenue for all those t-shirts?
Hey, God bless you. What's your
The hell's he got on his arms? The fuck this dude think what's he think he's in Castle Grayskull or some shit? What the hell? Go home, Matthew. What the fuck?
My goodness. What up, man?
Why don't you go away, blockhead?
What's wrong?
You know the Department of Revenue.
Give me a pound, man. We had a good rally.
Do you know what the Department of Revenue is looking for you?
We had a good rally, right?
Why don't you go talk to the Department of Revenue for all those t-shirts?
Hey, God bless you. What's your name? God bless you. You know what? Not everybody's gonna be a lover. We do have some haters. That guy grabbed me on day one and was kind of pointing his finger in my face, and you know that's okay. We get haters and we get lovers. Are you guys lovers or haters?
We are lovers.
I really appreciate the lovers.
Hey, is that the same guy from before? Was that the same biker that was talking shit to him the other time? I might still have that video. Let me see if I still have that video. But what do you guys think of that? Let me see if I still got it. Yeah, I do. Right here. Here we go. Was it the same guy? It is. That's the Castle Grayskull guy, right? Is that him? Hold on, let me see. What's on the back of his little jacket there? Is it the same guy? Is that the same fucking guy?
What up, man?
Why don't you go away, blockhead?
He's got a different bike, right? It is the same guy, right?
Report people people getting dead, motherfucker? Yeah, that's right. You report people who die.
That's false.
Fuck this guy. This guy reports people who are blackout drunk and they kill voters.
Nah, that's a different guy. That's a different guy. I think that's a different guy.
Getting dead? You want to report people getting dead, motherfucker? Yeah, that's right. You report people who die.
That's false.
Fuck this guy. This guy reports people who are blackout drunk.
They're looking at what?
Having a bad night. Having a bad night. You know, haters gonna hate, and a lot of false information out there. My brother, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, guys. And you know, hey, when you develop a following this big, what's it? Yeah, buddy.
Wednesday.
Sure. Good to see you. Thank you very much. God bless all you guys. Stay safe out there. Stay safe.
So I was wondering if this was the same guy. I don't think so.
Why don't you go away, fuckhead?
My goodness. What up, man?
Tommy, what's up?
Why don't you go away, fuckhead?
What's wrong?
You know the Department of Revenue.
Give me a pound, man. We had a good rally.
Do you know what the Department of Revenue is looking for you?
We had a good rally, right?
Why don't you go talk to the Department of Revenue for all those t-shirts?
Hey, God bless you. What's your name? God bless you.
Yeah, that's
You know
a different
what?
guy.
Not everybody's gonna be a lover. We do have some haters. That guy grabbed me on day one and was kind of pointing his finger in my face, and you know that's okay. We get haters and we get lovers. Are you guys lovers or haters?
We are lovers.
I really appreciate the lovers.
So, in other news, Cycle Drag was there, and wait till you see this video. I mean, I find it kind of ironic that a cop goes from around the country, right, and gets arrested at Sturgis for drinking and driving. I find that to be, it's like poetic, isn't it? Like you're there to write people tickets and get people in trouble, and then you find yourself at the center of the controversy now because you don't know when to not drink.
Unfortunate story I'm working on here on Cycle Drag, right at the Meade County Law Enforcement Center, downtown Sturgis. Sources are telling us that an off-duty police officer was arrested last night for DUI. We just spoke with police in that building. They were not able to comment with us. Hopefully we can get more information tomorrow. What sources are telling us is that this officer was not from Sturgis. Remember, for the rally, they have to bring in a lot of outside help. So there were individuals here from all across the United States. Remember, Sturgis is a very, very small town outside of the rally, only a population of 7,000. So they need a lot of enforcement and a lot of help for the rally. But what we are told is late last night, an officer from out of state arrested for DUI.
I think that's funny.
Here in Sturgis. We'll try to get you more information if we can, but definitely not the story that we were expecting here at the 86th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Sources telling us this officer from the Georgia area, and again, we'll be on it tomorrow. We're going to put in a FOIA request. We just tried to put in a FOIA request up there tonight. They said we can't do it tonight, but we can do it tomorrow. There also may be footage available. We'll see if there's any body cam footage available, and also any footage from the jail. That's the latest here from the Sturgis rally. But again, sources telling us a off-duty Sturgis rally officer arrested for DUI.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Sturgis makes ridiculous money off the rallies and will arrest everyone and anyone they can just to make money. I mean, I hear it's so saturated by police that everywhere you put your feet down, the police are there. They're there to fucking hem you up every which way. And the inflation prices are insane. It's out of control. I mean, that doesn't make it appealing to want to go there. You know what I'm saying? I will be at a bike rally this October. I might go to Oktoberfest down in Florida. It's gonna be dope. But stay tuned. So we got new information about the situation in the UK. So UK biker wars, Hells Angels, Banditos, and the Vikings battle for supremacy on the streets of Britain as family man is murdered in terrifying street fight. Rival biker gangs are fighting for supremacy on the streets all across the UK, with the latest tragedy being the killing of 56-year-old family man and rider in mass brawl. But the thing they don't tell you is that is a part of the club. Like he wasn't like just some innocent guy that was eating dinner. Not saying that he should have been unalive, but I mean he was a part of the brawl. Like he wasn't like just some guy sitting eating dinner on the sidewalk like they try to make it sound. The groups with names such as the Hells Angels, the Banditos, the Vikings have been seen fairly at odds with each other in Britain's similar clashes in the US. Recent clashes in places including South Wales, Surrey, and Sussex. Anthony Jones, 56, better known as Tony, died after being found face down in an alleyway following a fight. In South Wales, August 6, police believe a row between rival bikers was involved. They arrested a whole bunch of people, too. Total of 20 people armed with machetes and other weapons. Total of 25 men aged 18 to 73 have been arrested in connection with the incident. So there are arrests. And we'll see what happens with this situation. There's been a lot of conflicts throughout the latest throughout the years, right? In October of 2022, a mob of 3 Hells Angel members ambushed a group of Vikings on the A27 in Findon, West Sussex, in a revenge attack. And I have that attack on video. They left a man fighting for his life after stabbing him, stomping on him, and hitting him with a baton. Cullum Shaw was jailed for 17 years, while Barry Brown and Daryl Kent were jailed for 3 years, with further 12 months for Kent for committing burglary at the Vikings clubhouse. 4 years earlier, 7 men linked to the Hells Angels and the Red Devils clubs were jailed for an attack on members of the Vikings and the Wargs Brotherhood clubs, each sentenced to 14 years in prison. And in May of 2022, David Crawford of the Red Devils Club, affiliated with the Hells Angels, was killed after being knocked from his bike by 3 members of the rival Banditos. Benjamin Perry, Thomas Pauly, and Chad Brading were in a Ford Transit van, knocked Crawford from his vehicle, and dragged him along the road for a mile in Plymouth. Perry was sentenced to 12 years in prison, which was later appealed and increased to 15 years. So some of the appeals, right, if you put in an appeal, some of them, they could give you more time if you put in an appeal. And some of them, you can get your sentence reduced. But they let you know before you put it in. Listen, there's a chance they could give you more time. This guy had 12 years. He put in for an appeal. They gave him 15. So he kind of fucked himself. He should have stayed where he was, and he should have outweighed his chances, right? Because they upped his sentenced to 15 years from 12 years, while Paulie and Brading were each both sentenced to 4 years. In 2024, biker Daniel Laponder left a pipe bomb under a van during a biker feud in Scotland. Laponder targeted David Rollo because his son was a member of the Blue Angels Motorcycle Club. Laponder, who formed a breakaway biker faction, was jailed for 9 years in 2024. The High Court in Glasgow heard Laponder planted the pipe bomb under a BT open ranch van when he used by Mr. Rollo. Laponder drenched the van in petrol and then used a remote device to set off the bomb, which contained ball bearings. On sentencing, the judge told Laponder his background circumstances of the index offending were somewhat bizarre, stemming from what appeared to be a feud between the Blue Angels Motorcycle Club and the Mad Dogs Motorcycle Club, a rival gang which was set up by you after you left the Blue Angels. That said, the crime committed by you were considerably gravity, whatever the fuck that means. A hardened criminal previously told the Daily Mail that the feudal truce between warring UK bikers had been hanging by a thread and could go either way. The construction worker from the Mayside has been a member of the notorious biker club for the last decades and has served out a raft of prison sentences for violence. These guys talk funny in their articles rather than who asked to be named. Although the violence between rival clubs had calmed, things could change quickly, he said. You guys know that there was another crazy incident where these guys were on the highway and they stopped traffic, started pulling people out of cars and beating them with hammers, swords, bats. The Mayside-based bikers spoke to the news last year, and some bikers attracted recruits for the wrong reasons. He said, yes, you get midlife crisis blokes in the wake. They wake up one day and realize they've done nothing with their lives and they want some danger. I can spot them from a mile off, he said. And before you know it, they are roaring around on bikes and partying with strippers. And then they are back in the office the next morning with a shirt and a tie on. I just found it all really odd and quite funny, he said. And then you got the blokes who have been bullied all their lives and they want to be around bikers for protection or to feel safe. A street brawl broke out in 2024 between rival factions at Sheffield. A passing driver filmed the pitched battle when bikers could be seen brandishing baseball bats and fighting in the street. The bikers said no Satan slaves attracted the Mongols who were in their clubhouse. I was told the slaves came second best. And a couple of their lads were badly hurt. One of them only recently came out of the hospital. Damn. So I do have that video. Other UK biker feuds have included the Hells Angels and the Derby-based Tramps over control of annual motorcycle festival founded by the latter group in 1983. They also brawled in the 90s with neighboring Birmingham Psycho Ramps gang. 7 prospective members of the Hells Angels were jailed on October 2019 for a total of 98 years over a turf war attack on a rival gang in Sleepy Holmes County Village. 6 people were stabbed. In the Foreman Institute in Surrey on November 7, 2018, a group of masked men believed to be a number of 13 stormed a venue armed with knives, baseball bats, and other weapons, including industrial cable. The Vikings Motorcycle Club, its support group, the Wargs, you spell it WARGS, the Wargs Brotherhood, has been on the outbuilding of the known as the Suds for a meeting. 6 people were stabbed and 1 assaulted there, leaving the scene of the bloody carnage. 7 of the attackers were convicted in July following a 7-week trial at the Kingston Up Thames Crown Court. Passing sentence with the judge described the nightmare attack, appalling piece of gladius planned violence. These people talk so weird, noting each defendant have continued to protest their innocence despite their conviction. The trial heard defendants wanted to deal with the Vikings so the Hells Angels could set up a new chapter in Surrey. This was said to have initially been done through the attempted entrance of the Wargs to switch their affiliation from Vikings to Hells Angels. Elsewhere, gangs on motorbikes were accused of killing a young man in a targeted execution, which led to the scene of the bloodbath in the village, according to locals. Horrified neighbors said the victims was ambushed outside the Spring Tavern pub in Ewell, Surrey, before collapsing outside. Just a few hundred yards away, locals said at least 2 men were responsible and arrived, and they fled the scene on bikes. Alfonso Selby, 23, was allegedly ambushed by a duo as he went to sell some cannabis one afternoon, almost frightened before Christmas last year. What the hell that mean? Mr. Shelby succumbed. He stumbled to a nearby pub where staff customers tried to save his life, but he died from his injuries in a pool of blood a short time later. The teenager is accused of killing a 15 at the time, and he has since turned 16. He was acquitted in court last month of murder, manslaughter, conspiracy to commit robbery. So he's only 16. They let 16-year-olds in the clubs over there. 2 other boys, aged 15 and 17, were cleared of conspiracy to commit robbery. A senior investigating officer who leads the probe into Anthony Jones' death last week said on Friday, firstly, our thoughts remain with the family, Anthony Tony Jones, at this difficult time. We have since launched a murder investigation resulting in a significant number of arrests for people who believe to be connected to the initial report of violent disorder. We can now also provide an update on our earlier appeal asking for the public's assistance with our inquiries regarding the whereabouts of a Ford Transit van and the man believed to be in the area. The Ford Transit van was located outside Gwinnett area. We're currently assisting and assessing the van's establish how it relates to our investigation. Officers also located Anthony Paul Jones. We will be speaking with him in connection with our inquiries. We understand that this complex investigation has caused substantial disruption within our community since it was reported to us. We are extremely grateful for the patience, support, and cooperation shown by our community while we work. And it continues. She said, previously stated at this stage of our inquiries, we believe the violent disorder involves members of 2 rival motorcycle clubs, the Vikings and the Hells Angels. Establishing an index involvement to those connected to the incident remains a key focus of the investigation. So I'll bring you guys more information as it becomes available. Let's see here. So this is a wild story I got for you guys. You know, I always pick one wild story to tell you guys. This is a pretty creepy one. So this guy unalived his wife, right? And he drove around with her body in the car. Louisiana husband allegedly killed his wife, propped her body up in the passenger seat, and drove through several states before being arrested. This dude propped her up in the passenger seat. A Louisiana man allegedly shot and killed his wife, propped her body up in the passenger seat, and drove through several states before being nabbed during a traffic stop. Tyrone Bazzelli, 50 years old, was arrested Thursday night after police stopped him in downtown Memphis and found his 50-year-old wife, Lasenna Bedford, dead in the passenger seat from a gunshot wound. The couple had been together in Independence Community Park in Baton Rouge, about 80 miles northwest of New Orleans, when an argument broke out, and he allegedly shot his wife, according to Baton Rouge investigators. He then fled the scene with Branford's body and drove about 5 hours through several states before Memphis police made the grim discovery during a traffic stop. So you get pulled over with your wife in the passenger seat. What do you say? She's sleeping? Like, what do you say to the police when they pull you over? A longtime friend told the news the couple had been married for years, but had recently hit a rough patch, claiming that Bazzelli was suffering from mental issues and that Branford had told her last month that she was leaving him. She had the money saved up. She had come up with a plan, and she was going to just vanish. That was the only way that she'd be able to get away from him, Decker told the outlet. She was going to leave her car. She was going to leave all the things behind. Why would she do that? I mean, how are you going to get away if you leave your car? She was going to just vanish. She had been in touch with her family to get out of town, and she was going to make her move and just get away. It remains unclear on how long the two were married. Deckard said Branford, who worked at Baton Rouge Elementary School, told her that whenever she tried to leave previously, he would threaten to unalive her or himself. However, Decker said she did not believe that he would go through with the threats. But obviously he did. But that's terrible. He's fucking driving around like 3-4 different states with her in the passenger seat. It's just crazy. So loud. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining me. I wanted to go until I seen Cycle Drag. Apology on the situation of Sturgis. Now they can keep Sturgis hot as hell. Yeah, listen, Sturgis is not appealing at all. Like, it's not. I don't feel any need to go to Sturgis ever. Like, I don't want to go to some fucking overpriced bullshit, For what? Just throw money away for no reason. If you guys aren't aware, Keefe D's trial is underway right now for the murder of Tupac Shakur. We'll see what happens with that situation. In other news, Tommy Karate, if you guys don't know, he's out doing, it's kind of like a podcast, you would say, right? He's telling different stories. He's basically just telling different stories about things that happened in the past that he thinks are lies. So people are asking him, why are you out? Why are you talking? Like, you didn't cooperate. And he made a video and he said, listen, you got all these rats. That whole life is over with. People have a problem with him talking. But I mean, he's in prison for the rest of his life. I don't think he really gives a fuck at this point. But do you guys think that a made man in the mafia should be on the internet talking? Because allegedly he's a made man in the mafia. He didn't cooperate, and he's on YouTube talking. So what are your thoughts on that situation? Do you think Tommy Patera should be on YouTube talking about his past? Or do you think if you're a made man and you did everything right in that life, why would you come to YouTube and talk? It's very weird, right? But I'm hearing reports that Sturgis this year was a total bust and people were leaving early. And I can't believe the Banditos were banned in Denmark. There's a lot of them getting banned in different places. Look at that new law they passed in Florida. It's a pretty bad one for motorcycle clubs. And look at Chitwood. He's always going after clubs down there. They passed laws up there in Canada, down in Florida. I mean, Denmark, New Zealand, Australia. They're making it so people can't even hang out together, right? I mean, they don't want people to even associate. They just don't. All right, let's get to this video. So this woman is on the back of this dude's bike, right? It must be his girlfriend or something, but I zoomed in on it so you could see it better, right? So this dude's obviously in a club. And on the thumbnail, it says Pennsylvania for some reason. They put Pennsylvania, but he's from a club from Mississippi, allegedly. I looked close on his cut, and it says Mississippi. I couldn't really read the club. If anyone knows what club it is not Pennsylvania. If anyone knows what backpatch that is, let me know, right? But you can see he has a sidearm on, so he is armed. But it looks like, so he's getting her suitcase off the back of the bike, right? And he's all pissed off. Look, you can see his weapon on the side. I think he pulls out a pocket knife and he's like trying to, I think her suitcase is like strapped to the back of his bike and he's trying to cut. He's trying to cut like the strap off. Tommy's telling the truth about what others are lying about on him. Yeah, but when you're a made man, you're not supposed to talk, Tommy. Come on. Everybody knows that. Like when you're a made man, you're not supposed to talk like that on the internet. So I think even say if he got released today, he would not be able to operate in the mob. They would disown him because of that. You know what I'm saying? He broke the code going on YouTube. You just can't do that. Maybe he is telling the truth, but it doesn't matter. You're not supposed to go on the internet and talk about any fucking thing. Period. So this dude cuts the thing and watch, he's cutting off the straps that were holding her thing, right? And he grabs the blanket or the shirt right there and he whips it. She must have cheated on him, right? She must have. Look, you forgot this. He's all pissed. Anyone read that? Can you read that? Let's see if we can read it. It's a 1% patch. I know that, right? What's that say? Pistoleras? Is that what it says? It says pistol, right? It says Mississippi. It's a 1%. Pistoleras? Is that what it says? Does anybody know what backpatch this is? She must have cheated. Because he's pissed. He's all shuffling around. Oh. Let me load a background beat. Like, hold on, you forgot this, bitch. Dropped her off at KFC. He's like, hey. So what do you guys think she did to get treated that way and get booted off the bike? You guys got any idea? Montauk, what's up, man? Al Roseberry's in the house. What's good? Thank you guys all for joining me today. I really appreciate you. Hope you guys have a great day. I got some exclusive shows that are going to be dropping this week. People might be upset, but hey, that's okay. You know? I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just here to put the truth out. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, man, if you're a made man in the mafia, you ain't supposed to talk, period. Like I said, if he got released today, he wouldn't be a part of the mob. They wouldn't let him. But I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you could get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin With Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin With Staxx or Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. And I'm going to bring you some dope-ass content. I promise you that. Make sure you check out Patreon, Spotify. We got a lot of different memberships you could join. Join the membership on YouTube. I'm going to start doing different videos on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to step my game up. So I'm going to put more work in on top of the work I'm already putting in. But I'm down. And tonight, don't miss part 2 of Chris and Pee-wee. And if you want to see it before tonight and you want to watch it right now, just go check it out on members. It's there. Part 4 is going to drop right after this show. Hope you guys have a great day. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.